Now, Trump released a statement after Harris announced Walz as her running mate, and he had the audacity to attack Walz because he embraces the idea of convicted felons voting. Now, Trump, that's weird. Who wrote your statement? Because are you not a convicted felon yourself? Someone said from the windows to the walls. Kamala Harris officially picked her running mate today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Tim Walz has had Kamala's back from the jump. On the call with White Dudes for Harris, he said, quote, "How often in 100 days do you get to change the trajectory of the world? How often do you get to do something that will impact generations to come? And how often do you make that bastard wake up afterwards and know that a black woman kicked his ass?" And it was Walz who initially called Trump and Vance weird. All of this began to give him more attention in the spotlight, but still many are getting to know him. And I have to say, I like him. He reminds me of that fun-loving, affable teacher at school you could tell jokes with. He also had your back and made sure you excelled. Now, Walz was a social studies teacher for about 2 decades and was a football coach. Before that, he was in the military. And then later on, of course, he got into politics, became a congressman, and now a governor. Now, I have to admit, I thought Kamala was going to choose Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, because let's be honest, Pennsylvania is an important state to win. In fact, they must win Pennsylvania. But Shapiro comes with some baggage. And honestly, his charisma arguably is very high, so he may have at times outshined Kamala. Now, Walz, he has charisma as well, but in a more supportive character type of way. He says the right thing, and again, he has your back, but also knows when to let you shine and just stay in the background. Now, it should be noted that your VP pick, arguably or historically, doesn't necessarily help you win an election, but a VP pick could help you lose an election, i.e. Sarah Palin, and some are arguing that may be what J.D. Vance is doing to Donald Trump. But having said that, Republicans may still attack Walz because of some of his progressive views, but he is not completely progressive. He is more progressive maybe with the economic policies, but he's really down the middle culturally or socially. And arguably, he was a safe choice for Kamala. Had she chosen Shapiro, folks may have started to call him Genocide Josh due to his views on the Israel-Hamas crisis, and we know that that's really a hot topic right now, particularly among young Democrats. And Shapiro tends to lean towards Israel. Now, here is some of Walz's record as a politician and why he is a good choice for Kamala. So he's an advocate for veterans. He worked for the expansion of the GI Bill benefits, healthcare benefits for the mental health of veterans. He signed bills for universal school lunches, banned conversion therapies. He supports reproductive rights. In fact, he and his wife have their own personal IVF story, as his daughter Hope was born with the help of that process. So Tim and his wife Gwen named their daughter Hope because they had worked so hard and prayed so hard to have a child with the help of IVF. Whereas meanwhile, J.D. Vance is out here offending women who don't have children. Walz said at the rally today in Philly that he can't wait to debate Vance, but that is if Vance is willing to get off the couch and actually show up. Now, Walz also supports parental leave. He implemented a task force to help find missing Black women and girls in his state. He signed the Crown Act into law, which protects students' rights to wear or treat their hair however they desire without the threat of racial discrimination. And lastly, Walz embraces policies to allow convicted felons to vote. Now, Trump released a statement after Harris announced Walz as her running mate, and he had the audacity to attack Walz because he embraces the idea of convicted felons voting. Now, Trump, that's weird. Who wrote your statement? Because are you not a convicted felon yourself? So Walz is for you, Trump. He would be all for you voting. So why not vote for him and Harris this upcoming election? I'm Stacey Brewer, and this is H Blues Word. Peace.
It's H Blues Word. H Blues Word with Stacey. CBP, we got some